Salutations, my dearest friends. My name is Samantha, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a book talk, and we're going to be talking about consumerism on Booktube. This conversation is not new, and it's definitely not my expertise. I'm just kind of throwing some thoughts in there. I've seen a lot of people talking about this recently, and I think that has to do a little bit with the pandemic. When everything first started, I was seeing an influx of book hauls. Influx, is that the correct word? It sounded correct coming out of my mouth, but I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Gosh, I lost my train of thought completely. I was seeing a lot of book hauls in the beginning of the pandemic because I think that we were all just trying to cope. I think we were all struggling in our own way, and books makes people happy. We were missing our local bookstores and our libraries, and just, having that feeling of browsing and holding a physical book in your hand. We were missing it. So we were buying a lot of books. And I say we, but really I mean me. I'm probably not the best person to be talking about this topic because here are 54 historical romances. Another book haul. Another book haul. Book haul. Another book haul. Another book haul. Another book haul. I do a lot of book hauls on my channel. Am I the best person to be talking about this? No, but I'm going to try to give like a balanced view. Where to begin? What is consumerism? Consumerism is the idea, and I'm obviously giving this in my own words. The way I'm talking about it now is buying too many books, buying books in excess, seeing videos and feeling like you have to have something. Like you have to have something right now. You have to have the entire collection. You have to have all of the pretty covers. And taking advantage of that impulsiveness when you're scrolling through on Instagram or on YouTube and seeing that ads and seeing marketing, and us living in a society where things have become very materialistic, right? It also brings up a discussion and a topic of being wasteful. For maybe someone who is a minimalist would look at these books and be like, what? Why? The Marie Kondo effect where Max, I think she says like you should own like 30 books, and I look at my bookshelf and I'm like, oh, I'm going to start off with my perspective. Number one, books make me happy. And things that make me happy and don't harm anyone, I don't see a problem in. That's just my personal opinion, and I know that's an opinion of a lot of people as well, because when I was talking about this on Instagram, I was getting some messages, and a lot of you guys had kind of like my same mentality, that buying books is not harming anyone. I'm spending my own money. It makes me happy, and there could be worse things that I'm doing or buying. Someone on Instagram messaged me and was like, listen, I don't see buying books as a bad idea, okay? I don't smoke drugs. I don't drink alcohol in excess. There's 1,001 things that I could be doing that's bad. Me having a book buying addiction is the worst thing about me, then we're fine. You know what I mean? So that's one way to look at it. And when she sent me that message, I was dying. Like, I was literally laughing so hard. And it's true, right? It's really not that serious. Buying books, we all have much more important things to worry about in the world. So it's not that serious. I think it is a topic that's important and that needs to be discussed in this realm of Booktube. Constantly seeing new releases, when we're constantly seeing massive book hauls and these beautiful book pictures on Instagram, and it's an impulsive thing where we see I am speaking for myself at this point, where we see a pretty book and we're like, I need to have it. I need to have that now. Right now. Here's the thing, and here's what I wanted to mention. Really, guys, this is me rambling. I'm so sorry. I wanted to say that I love book hauls. I love watching book hauls. I love doing book hauls. I love buying books for myself. And if the cameras were off, I would genuinely be buying these books and reading and enjoying them. So for me, they don't feel misplaced. They feel like they have a space in my home and in my life. I have one side of the spectrum that is saying we are doing too many book hauls on Booktube. I think when people say we do too many book hauls and we focus on new releases is the thing like, what happened to books that were released 5 years ago, 10 years ago, right? Books that are still valid, still have merit, but are just not being talked about because they're not new or they don't have a pretty cover. What are we doing with those books? Like, do we always have to read the newest releases? For me, I'm not someone who gets stuck on new releases too much. Like, obviously, if my favorite author is coming out with a new book, of course I'm going to get it. Definitely not someone who thinks like we only need to focus on the new releases. Okay, if we read something that was published in like 2015 or 2010. With historical romance, I feel like we don't get that a lot because classic historical romances that were written in like the 90s are still very popular, and they're like the building bricks for the genre. So I feel like for historical romance, a lot of people still read older releases. For other genres, just from what I'm seeing, I feel like a lot of people focus on new releases, and it's fine because we want to promote new authors, we want to promote publishing companies, we want to promote and embrace and celebrate diverse books, things that maybe we weren't getting 10-15 years ago. So it's a balance. It's a balance. Hi, Editing Sam here. I'm about to go to bed. I look a mess, whatever. Something I didn't mention in the video is obviously we can all be spending our funds in more productive ways, such as donating and helping those in need. However, just because someone is hauling a lot of books, showing a lot of books, buying a lot of books, doesn't necessarily mean that they're not doing that. I wanted to mention that. I also wanted to touch a little bit on what I meant by being wasteful, just having like excess books that we're not going to read. Obviously, you can combat that by reading ebooks, being a part of subscriptions like Kindle Unlimited or Scribd, where you can read multiple books a month for just a flat like subscription price. And then you're also reading ebooks. So there are different ways to kind of combat that. And if you guys aren't someone who have a lot of space, like you can't really store books, maybe you live like in a small apartment or something. I mean, I store all my books in my bedroom, so I definitely have to get creative in the way that I store books. But if you're someone who can't really store books, subscription services, ebooks, those are kind of ways you can still enjoy reading for a cheaper price and for less materialistic items in your home. I'm rambling a lot in this video, and it's not in any ill intentions. It's kind of just having a discussion with you guys because that's my favorite thing to do. So yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on consumerism on Booktube, book hauls, what you guys want to see from this channel, and we'll get back to the regular scheduled program right now. That's one side of it, saying consumerism is a problem, being stuck on materialistic things and always feeling like you have to have the new and best thing. You feel like we need to have the biggest and best collection, when really we can just enjoy the books that we have. So that's one side of consumerism on Booktube, and I feel like that's the side of people seeing it as a negative thing. So we're gonna go ahead and flip it to the side of book hauls are the most watched videos on my channel. I can't speak for anyone else. I don't know their analytics, but by far, book hauls are the most watched, the most commented, the most requested videos on my channel. If I take a picture of me going to the bookstore and post it on my Instagram, immediately I will get a message saying, "Oh, are you going to film a book haul?" or "Show us what books you got." A lot of people want to see book hauls. It doesn't really affect me if my reading vlogs don't get as much views as my book hauls, but it is something to comment in this conversation. The videos that I do recommendations or my reading vlogs get half the amount of views that my book hauls do. All these people saying consumerism on Booktube is bad, you shouldn't buy so many books. The numbers and the facts show that book hauls are my most watched and most enjoyed videos on YouTube. Someone asked me once, what does my family think of me buying so many books or like me ordering so many packages? And they don't care. It's my money. They're not spending any money on this, so it doesn't affect them whatsoever. For me, obviously, I'm going to make sure that my family is provided for, my bills are paid, I have gas in my car, and then we're gonna buy some books. I can make a million excuses as to why I should always buy a book. One, me buying books is really not that expensive. I never, hardly ever buy books full price, and if I ever buy books full price, it's because I want to support an author's new release, or I want like maybe like a limited edition cover, which is few and far between. Most of the books on these shelves I have bought on lots on eBay, on discounted websites like Thrift Books, at my used bookstore. Like some of these books I've literally spent like 50 cents for. I'm definitely someone who believes in a bargain. I will link all of the places that I shop for books down below, give you guys the hookup, let you know where I buy my cheap books, because I'm like, yeah, You can have a nice collection, but you really don't have to spend that much money. Never feel like you have to buy something because you don't. Don't look at a book haul or scroll on Instagram and feel like, oh my goodness, I have to have that book or it's the end of the world. All right, I feel like I have rambled so much, but haven't discussed anything or been super productive. But I mean, like, that's the summary of my videos. I'm never gonna say that I'm gonna stop buying books because that's just not the truth. But I do understand, like, I've been doing a lot of book hauls, and at this point I'm buying more books than I'm reading, and that needs to kind of balance itself out. So I definitely do have plans to do more reading vlogs, more book recommendations, more author binge videos, things like that. So if buying books makes you happy and it's not hurting anyone, buy the book and don't feel bad about it. It is your money, your life, your funds, but also have an understanding that it's okay to step back and not feel like you need everything right now. I don't really see YouTube videos as pressure to buy books. I see YouTube videos as just like a fun way to de-stress, to find out new authors and new titles. If it's someone that I really love and respect their videos, I will definitely, obviously, take their book recommendations and see what fits best for my reading taste. If you're asking my stance is really just buy the damn book. Buy the book, live your life, spend the whole day in bed reading if you want to. Because, as Tabitha Brown says, that's your business. I love Tabitha Brown. She's someone that I follow on Instagram. She does mainly like vegan cooking videos, but she also does other videos as well. And her family is just like gorgeous and amazing. And she says in her videos, that's your business. Do what you want to do because that is your business. And that really is how I feel about books. Like, if you want to buy the book, that's your business. Okay, we're rambling. We're super rambling. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend time with me. It means the world to me, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!